You know what, bro? You're right. There is no good news here in Canada. Easter Bunny didn't even come. Didn't come for me, didn't come for you. Who does he come for anymore? Told people now to catch a break. Talking about old, I'm watching RoboCop. The only good news that I found was that there was a bomb threat on a plane headed from Vancouver Island going to South Korea, which turned out to be a false bomb threat. So they turned around, landed back in Vancouver. Nobody died, nothing exploded. It was just they flew out, like, oh, hey, look at that, a bomb threat. Whoop, nothing. It's not even cool. Um, North Korea, though, it's got its head all twisted. And it's not like we like to do our own thing, we'll flash our guns, we'll threaten nuclear war. Almost any time somebody hurts their feelings. Yellow wasn't meant to be racist. Sorry if that offends anybody. Type thing, but it's like we'll flash our guns, we're gonna be ignorant to the rest of the world, and we're gonna threaten nuclear war while not listening to any sanctions and getting approval for nuclear arms and creating prison camps that violate all human rights. I don't even think they have bathrooms. Just after the scheduled launch of a rocket that is pretty much condemned from every developed nation and UN nation and anybody who's smart and has a brain. Um, After that was scheduled to launch, there was a report that came out that says that there are more than, I think, 1,500,000 North Koreans enslaved in prison camps. This report comes to you from 60 individuals who escaped these camps and defected from North Korea, as well as the other 200 and some odd who have defected. Much killed lots of people from overworking them, and I'm sure that there are bullets involved because North Korea is crazy and I'm gonna probably talk more on them a lot later. In other news, Rick Santorum is pulled out, which makes it now a race versus Obama and Romney, which is pretty much what everyone thought the race is gonna be in the end anyway. And I'm actually kind of glad because Santorum is about as crazy as North Korea. On to my life. Today at work was pretty cool because I didn't wear shoes at all today. We were actually strongly encouraged not to, which basically means we were all not supposed to wear shoes today. Kind of dictatorship, really. It was to make people aware of the struggling kids in developing countries don't necessarily all have shoes. And so we weren't wearing shoes all day, which was kind of cool and kind of interesting, but mostly kind of cool. Super tired at the end of the day, probably because all my heat was being like drained out of my body into my feet, because my feet were touching hardwood, which was touching concrete. First world problems! And on top of that, I'm doing a bike ride with Adrian for a mess that is not Microsoft. Money shortage, micro synergy, Molotov sweetness, monster sinuses. You can pick which one that actually stands for. Anyway, we're gonna do it in June. It's from the 9th. We'll bike 80 kilometers and then bike 80 back on the 10th. Is what it seems like. We might do it all in one day. That's a pretty intense and boring bike ride. Anyway, love you, bro. See you tomorrow. And I still have a punishment for you, and I'm still on the lookout for high heels. And I am excited to see your rat video as well as Harnake's. Give me the links as soon as you can. And I've got the perfect judge panel in order to take these videos to the next judging level. Judging levels? Are we judging levels? I don't know. What am I talking about? I've forgotten totally. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. There's my finger.